professional speaker in a room full of professional speech coaches. No pressure. Thanks a lot. Zaz, thanks. Pardon me. I also want to thank Zaz for thinking to include me this evening, because going to a formal occasion means I don't have to wear pants. And that's super awesome. We are here tonight to honor a very important person, someone who I respect a lot. I'm a big fan. I'm very glad that Jeff Daniels could make it. I do, however, think that bald is a brave look for him. I don't know. I guess that maybe the makeup on the newsroom is better than I thought. But all kidding aside, some of you may be thinking, who is this person and why is he up here? I know I've seen this guy, but what does he actually do? Let me tell you. It comes down to a very, very simple idea. It's all Justin's fault. Put a pin in that. We'll come back. It's 1997, and I have been hired to be the theater tech at Seaholm High School. And I don't know if any of you have been in that building since before it was renovated, but it was a bit of a maze. And on my first week, this guy I've never seen before, tall, lanky, strange haircut, comes walking over, and he looks about as lost as any freshman I've ever seen in my life. And he says, "Excuse me, hi, can I help you? I don't know, where's the E hall? Which one? You need the upper E hall or the lower E hall? My God, I don't know. All right, where are you trying to get to?" And that's how it started. We started to talk because he was trying to find his way to the television studio. I had been in the television studio more hours than I want to count when I was a student at Seaholm. So I said, "Oh, you just go down here, you go over here, you do this, you do that. No big deal." And then we started to talk about what I actually do. Since I was the theater tech, turns out Justin, as an English teacher, was somebody I was going to be working a lot with, especially because he was going to be taking over things like fall play, and then the magic word, forensics. And Justin found out that I had been on the team in 1990, back when the team was moderately successful. And it was something that he was very interested in bringing back and sort of establishing. And so we got to talking, and he said, "Would you like to coach?" I don't know. I guess. Sure. Again, it's all Justin's fault. So if you or any of your kids have ever seen me coming down the hall, if your impromptus or your extempors have ever gone, "Oh my God, not that guy." Or if you've ever gotten a critique back from me that didn't make any sense whatsoever, it's all Justin's fault. And if you see where this is starting to go, feel free to chime in. Yeah. It's a party after all. I want you guys to realize, though, that it doesn't stop at forensics, because one day I walked into Justin's room, I had a question about some procedures, and I asked him a question. I said, "Justin, what's your favorite band?" I should have known better than to ask this question, because I kid you not, 45 minutes later, I know more than I or anybody ever should know about you two. I don't need to know anymore about Adam, or Larry, or Bono, or The Edge, whatever the hell that means. That's time I can't get back. Now what do I do? That's useless information. And again, it's all Justin's fault. Now you're getting it. Nonetheless, I've started to coach. And now, he's ruined television. Because I'm sitting at home and I'm watching TV, and I'm thinking, I can cut that. We can make that a duo. That's easy. By the way, please, this is the first time I've ever gotten a chance to stand in front of you and talk to everybody at once. For the love of God, can we please get an Aaron Sorkin or a Joss Whedon multiple? Yeah. Please? That's all I need to say. Thank you. Soapbox. Nonetheless, I can't watch TV anymore because now I'm thinking about forensics. And then there's my wife. Again, this is all Justin's fault. I go away every weekend for 3 months straight. And my wife says, where the hell are you going? Going to speech competition, going to forensics. Forensics? What the hell? You mean like with chemicals and ballistics tests? And no, the other kind. What other kind? There is no other kind. Yes, there is. And so I explain, and it doesn't make any sense. My wife's like, wait, they talk to each other, but they don't talk to each other. They can't look at each other, but they are looking at each other, but they can't touch, but they should, but they will, and they can't. What? That doesn't make any sense. So I explain, and now she's on the bandwagon too. She can't watch TV. She can't read any books. She can't go to the movie because now she's thinking, do you think that'd be a good piece? Do you think that? What about that? How about this? And I'm like, really? On my day off? I don't want to talk about forensics today. It's Tuesday. No. And yet, here I am. It's everywhere. It's inescapable. And once again, it's all Justin's fault. But here's the thing. I have been incredibly lucky in that every single job I've ever been paid to do has been something that I have absolutely loved. And I don't say that lightly. I know that not everybody in this room can say that. I would not have had that chance had Justin not asked me that simple question. And it really came to a head one day. You know you're onto something when the guy you're working with can get freshmen and sophomores to say Shakespearean lines and know what they mean. To get into Ibsen and understand it. I knew we were onto something because one day, one of our performers said, Mr. Braun, I have a question. This line doesn't make any sense. And he read the line, and he said, what does that mean? What am I supposed to do with that? And Justin turned around and said, I don't know, you tell me. And it was a revelation. Because here's a kid who all his life has been told, here's the answer to that question. Here's what you say. This is what this means. This is what you do. And suddenly he's been told, I don't know. But your opinion matters. Why don't you think about that? Holy shit. That's crazy. You mean you have some power over what happens to you? You have no idea, unless you experience it, how incredibly empowering that is. And I think that on our best days, my day job is as a teacher. On our best days, we hope that that is what we get to do. But I can honestly say that with a little bit of help from our guest of honor, I get paid to try and change the world. And once again, it's all Justin's fault.